dangerous. Children are more than twice as likely to be hit by a car and killed on Halloween than on any other day of the year. To talk about Halloween safety this morning, we're joined by Dr. Kuehnel, a pediatric emergency medicine physician with UW Health Kids in Madison. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So with Halloween just days away, what are some things that drivers should be aware of if they're going to be driving around this holiday?
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. And that statistic you shared is a little bit scary, especially when it can be such a fun day for kids and families alike. So I think there's really responsibility on both ends from a driver's standpoint. As you're driving around on Halloween weekend or night, especially, turn your lights on early ahead of time. And if you see kids out and about, make sure to slow down and take your time to be safe around them as well. On the converse side, from the parent standpoint, I think it's important that we can take some responsibility ourselves as well. So for younger children, typically I would say under the age of 10 or 12, go chaperoning, go with them while trick or treating. And for kids of any age, really, prepare them ahead of time for this risk and talk about remembering to be safe, to look for cars, only crossing the street at crosswalks. And similarly, if it's nighttime when the trick or treating events are occurring, make the children more visible as well. And so whether or not that's giving them a glow stick to carry with them or a flashlight, something that will make them more easily seen.
Yeah, definitely all great advice for parents. And also recently there's been an uptick with things such as fentanyl being found in candy. And so how can parents be sure that what their kids are eating is safe?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the odds and the chance of that and the risk are still really pretty low, as scary as it can be. And so making sure to check your candy with your kids after the fact to make sure it's not tampered with. But most of the time that it would be a relatively low risk scenario. And so when it comes to eating candy, I think however you decide you want to set the limits for your kids, whether it's a one night or splitting it up over the period of time, up to you, just making sure they follow with your rules.
Yeah, any other tips for parents that you can think of when it comes to trick-or-treating?
Costume safety is another good one to think about too. So you have lots of kids running around, and so try to have a costume that fits the kid well. That's not obstructing their legs that could cause them to trip and fall and injure themselves as well as a key thing. And in regards to face coverings, that's one other one to consider. If you're able to skip the mask this year to allow the kid to be able to see well and do face painting or no mask instead, that would be the only other thing that I would consider.
All right, Dr. Kuehnel, again, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having us again.